Umintri rang ba ka jala u Conrad ke sangma ulo ong ba ka New Shillong kan long kalat ka ba kongsan ka ban kyntiew yang roi ka par jong ka jala Meghalaya bat ka ban play kilat ai kam ai jam. Haba jubab ya ka jinga tai hapo ka ying dor bar thau an ha ka khat nyo trek rumpang u Conrad ula pen pau halor ka jinga shaprang jong ka kam ki bayade ber ka jingte ya ka New Shillong kata ha phase 1 ka administrative city ka bandani ki up history kam bakongsan kum ka Meghalaya secretariat IIM Shillong nift niya but negrims ka ban penlong ya ka knowledge but healthcare hub ulo ong baya ka New Shillong la te kum ka engine penroy ya ka Meghalaya bala penyeng hagi south tali ki paya ka tourism sports and culture education and skilling but technology ringkat lang kini kitanat kin kringi karkhanat thumai bat thawi kilat ki bathumai ki ban penmi palat iway point san lang ki kam ki jam ka ban a jingman toy kham tam mi ki samla ka jala ka jingpan tre ka project Meghalaya secretariat ba 6000 arspa lifeway klor ka kladep kum ba life pesan but ka legislative assembly building kalajan dep artan kanika than kan sanang kelaru kum ka jakaya thiet epen ha ka ba ka jingte ka unity mall lala aban pendap sapho persen haringkat kilinti surok ki bala plan bha ong ukonran ulo ong ru bahadu henry pusau point dai akar ka jaka lamang na kabenta ban snai ki jaka puli higher education skilling but IT park kabala ban penmi hadu khatsan spa tali ki kam ki jam Kaplan na yeng kakanthop ya kajaka kabasan poi point henry pra akar nakabenta bante ki yeng sa but shipho point khandai akar ki yeng sa ki bajam dor south spotlight percent unit ka phase 2 ka knowledge city hamau khanu ka bandan ya ka IT park bakongsan skill and innovation hub ka monolith tower but ka modern football ka bandan hadu sapo jar ki jaka shong kini ki jingte kin thawi kilat halor ka yo hokat bathumai bat penmi e kilat ai kam ai jam ong ukonran ka project ka bu hakmat halor ka jingpene pensa ya kamarang ki madan shnong bathaw ki kam ki jam hakaba probesan point khandai akar lamang na kabenta ki park bat ki madan baklam jingker ula benram Conrad ula ong baka town and country planning scheme kapendan bentai ki dorbar shnong bat ki nong shnong haka jing plan halor ki kampen rai ka jing te ka New Shillong ka dei ka bala le ringkan ka jingkit kli halor ka maryang ka bakan thop ya ka imlang sa lang ka jing pen kla ya ka yo ka kan bar ka jing burami ki trai shnong ula ong haba benrat baka sorkar kala ko jingmot ban penthikna halor ki jingman toy na ka benta ka mauring kineng bar ki shnong ba marjan Umintri rang ba ula kadoru halor kilai dili ki benta bakongsan jongka sor New Shillong kata ka jingpen ya so ka jingpen biang ya ka umbam umdi bat ka boarding electric kalat pen ya so ka dei ubut lum jongka New Shillong ula ong haba kadaw halor ka comprehensive mobility plan CMP ka balabu e kalinti trekam ka balai post nam ula ong ka CMP ka kenthop iksurok bakongsan kum ka umir maukhanu balada pentre haka jinglot ka ba arspa iwe klor tingka bar ka surok penyaso shakishnong nakabenta ban pensuk yakalet kawan ka New Shillong ka yo ru ik jingman toy na ka surok Guwahati Shillong Silchar high speed corridor bar ka jingpen he ya ka ling sun ka ban penlong ya ka kum ka jaka penroy jong ka than haka baya day bat ka umbam umdi Conrad ula ong baka detailed project report DPR ka kedup ya ka jingdon kam jing lai pu ar tri kishnong ka rukom tre kam bathmai kan ai hadu santum briew million liter ka shisngi shapalat sawlak mot ki briew ula ong haba benram baka phase 1 sunspa kandai pui klur tingka kadang ya ka jingpen tre bat ya ka latan nawa ken haluar ka boarding ka laipulai kilovolt umro substation bat kilan ki balatan shakiway ki jaka kila penduna ya ka boarding ka Southpo MVA substation hamau khanu bat sauli kin sapan klan ya grade Conrad ula ongru baka master plan balapan kre daka NESAC daka bapendan kam ya ka GIS ka perking halor ki jingte ya ki jaka ki bajungan haka jingsley bat ki jingtwak kendau
So Shillong is growing rapidly, which of course is bringing pressure like congestion, limited parking, stressed water and drainage system. And these challenges are made harder by our hilly terrains and limited land. But we are tackling them with a clear and a phased plan. Today, small steps like street vending has been organized, with hawkers shifted to safer designated zones. A new city-wide fleet of 120 buses, including electric and AC buses, is being rolled out. The river rejuvenation, drainage cleaning, public space improvements are underway, and parking is being addressed through regulated on-street parking and 11 upcoming multi-level car parks. With Shillong population now exceeding 5 lakhs, so we need two-pronged approach. One, solve today's problem in Shillong, and two, build tomorrow's opportunities in New Shillong. So as we are all aware that we have set ourselves a target of building a $10 billion economy by 2028. And the economy rests on several pillars. One of the central ideas is to create a strong growth hub that can drive jobs and investment. So between 1995 and 2007, 915 acres were already acquired in Maodiandyang, Maukasyang, and Umsauli under Muda. Post-pandemic, we have been completely focused on transforming this idea into a functioning reality. We have operationalized, funded, and accelerated these developments. Sir, more than 6,000 crores has now been sanctioned for these development projects, with nearly 30% already spent on ground level work. Development is progressing in a phased-wise manner. Phase 1 is the administrative city, 915 acres, Maodiandyang. Phase 2, the knowledge city, 807 acres, Maupadang, Maukanu. Phase 3, Tinring, 50 acres, which will connect both Phase 1 and Phase 2. Phase 4, transit-oriented development, corridor connecting the growth centers with highly efficient and reliable transport. In short, New Shillong is being built as Meghalaya's engine of growth, powered by 4 pillars: tourism, sports and culture, education and skilling, and technology. Together, these sectors will attract new industries, create new opportunities, and generate over 1.5 lakh jobs, making New Shillong a true hub of employment for our youth. So let me begin with the Shillong Master Plan. In simple terms, the master plan tells us where the city should grow, where it must not grow, and how we protect our hills, rivers, open spaces, and neighborhoods. This plan, prepared by NESAC, covers the entire Greater Shillong planning area, about 288.5 square kilometers. Sir, for the first time, using GIS technology, a risk-informed approach identifies all flood-prone and landslide-prone areas and restricts unsafe development. What is important to highlight is that the master plan was shaped with strong community participation. About 15 Dorbar Shnongs from Sarang, Saisej, Maulong, Lunjeng Yen, Mokenring, Lumse, Wamintait, Kirdeng, Mokuduk, Maulang Hared, Nongra, Maunyang La, and etc. I'm sorry I didn't get all the pronunciations. I do apologize. These have expressed concerns, and I sincerely thank them for their valuable inputs. All their suggestions were carefully reviewed and incorporated before the plan was finalized. In addition to this, to ensure safety, the bylaws now ban construction on slopes steeper than 50 degrees, preventing haphazard hill slope development. A comprehensive mobility plan completed in 2024 lays out a 30-year mobility roadmap. Based on its recommendation, a structured, well-connected grid of major roads such as Umwir Maukunu, Polo Umsauli, Maupat Umsauli, Umsauli Maukasyang, Maudianjang Maukunu, Maulingad Maukasyang corridor, along with internal roads, 4 networks have been planned to ensure smooth movement within New Shillong and seamless connectivity to the mother city. So also additional information, of course some are repeating from here, but as per information which was shared to me by Honorable Deputy CM, that the Polo Mauro connecting to Belfont, this is actively under consideration. MEC to Umpling Bridge, this will be taken up under the World Bank. MES to Umpling, the bridge. Rinja, Nongra, Maulindre and Maukasyang, to Maukasyang. This is an intermediate road. This also will be taken up. Survey is on to create the eastern bypass starting from Sorankam, Maushibut and Maulindre connectivity to Maukasyang. At the same time, the Syllad Madanriting Super Care is also under active consideration by the PWD, and I should say it is also in the pipeline. The 10.95 kilometers Umwir Maukunu Road at 201 crores is completed. Other stretches are progressing. New Shillong also lies along the proposed Guwahati-Shillong Silchar high-speed corridor and benefits from the upgrading of the Shillong airport. This positions it as a regional growth center connected to tourism zones like Umyam Lake. So when we talk about building a new city, the first question that naturally arises is, will there be enough water? We recognize that the development will extend beyond government-acquired land, and that growth will also take place in the surrounding communities. Keeping this in mind, the PHE prepared a DPR for the water needs of 32 villages such as Maupadang, Minriang, Diangpaso, Jaroit, and other villages in the region. The new system has been designed to provide 56 million liters per day for 4 lakh people in the region at 135 liters per person per day. The phase 1 of the project, costing 544 crores, has already been sanctioned in 2024 and is under construction. The project draws water from the Waumken River and includes a dam, jackwells with pumps, houses, and an approach bridge. So this is planned development, relying on sustainable surface water, proper storage, and scientific management, while avoiding tube wells that would deplete groundwater and harm our communities. New Shillong's power system has improved sharply with the new 33 kV Umro substation, expanded 11 kV lines, and installation of transformers, cutting outages in areas like Maukasiang from 63 hours to under 6 hours a month. The new 33/11 kV assembly substation is nearing completion, with upcoming 40 MVA substations at Maukanu and Umsauli. The city will have a strong and reliable power backbone for future growth. So the master plan for the government acquired land at Maukanu and Maudendiang has been prepared using same scientific and careful approach. Detailed studies of the terrain, including contours, slopes, hill profiles, wind and water flow, and rainfall, were carried out to ensure the designs work naturally with the landscape and prevent issues like flooding and waterlogging. The entire plan follows the URD-PFI guidelines, ensuring a well-organized, environmentally responsible, and future-ready township. Phase 1 of New Shillong, the administrative city, has grown into a strong center for education and public service, with institutions such as IIM Shillong, NIFT, NEIAH, and NIGRIMS, creating a powerful knowledge and healthcare ecosystem. The area is also witnessing significant commercial growth with the upcoming Unity Mall and planned commercial streets. It is becoming a vibrant urban hub. Just yesterday, sir, in your presence and in the presence of the Honorable Speaker, we had a meeting in the new proposed Assembly Secretariat building, which is very, very near completion. And I have requested, Honorable Speaker, that the annual Finance Minister's lunch that we give from the Finance Department, being the budget session, if that could be held in that new complex, which would allow our members to see what has come up. And sir, you saw it, but most have not seen yet, that it is really a remarkable structure. A structure with very, very modern designs and interiors. We are very hopeful that very, very soon, I don't want to say or give a commitment, sir, because it is your domain, but we are very hopeful and very soon, that very soon we will be able to enter the new assembly building. And as I said, even the works are going on at a very fast pace and only final aspects are left. But again, it's another indication of the commitment that this government has towards ensuring that not just in our proposals and in our speeches we make, but also in our action, that we show our commitment towards making New Shillong the center of the growth for our state in the days to come. So, a major focus in phase one has been creating an inclusive and balanced urban environment. Around 64.9 acres have been earmarked for new higher education and skill institutions. The IT park has already generated employment for more than 1,500 young people. Housing is a key component, with 51.68 acres allotted for residential development, including 10.9 acres for affordable housing with 435 planned units. Sir, I want to share with this House that while our state is growing and while we are making investments in key infrastructures, the government is also aware that we cannot leave the marginalized section of society out. And therefore, as a part of the development of the new administrative city, 10.9 acres of land will be utilized for affordable housing that will be given to the economically weaker section of our society. And this will just be the beginning. We feel that there are many people who require housing. There are many poor and economically marginalized families in Shillong city and in our state as a whole. And therefore, this is a humble beginning of 10.9 acres. I hope that this also will be one of the key drivers and key structures for us to ensure that we are able to provide affordable housing to as many people as possible, as I said, especially to the weaker section of society. So to show our commitment to that, we have already identified 10.9 acres where affordable housing for 435 planned units will come up. So the master plan ensures adequate social infrastructure with schools, community facilities, and green areas, supported by initiatives like the 10,000 sapling cherry blossom plantation drive to maintain strong environmental qualities. In phase two, the knowledge city at Maukanu is being developed as a land of opportunity for our youth, driven by major investments in education, technology, sports, and culture. This phase will include a major IT park, skill and innovation hub, and landmark cultural and sporting assets, such as the country's tallest monolith tower and India's largest 40,000-seater dedicated football stadium, with the Northeast United Football Club's training and center of excellence. These developments will create vibrant new economies and will generate new jobs and opportunities for local people. Phase two has been designed with strong emphasis on environmental sustainability, community space, and job creation. The plan provides 85.9 acres of parks and open spaces, more than double the requirement. The layout promotes walkability with pedestrian and cycling infrastructure along all major roads. Land has been set aside for hotels, a world-class convention center, service apartments, offices, and mixed housing, including housing for the economically marginalized section of society, much of which will be developed under PPP mode to generate large-scale local employment and make the knowledge city a major growth engine. So we recognize that development cannot be confined only to land acquired by the government. In the town and country planning scheme, we have created a unique mechanism through which traditional institutions and local communities are formally represented in the local area committees, which will plan development for the locality in a collaborative manner. So the new Shillong's is being undertaken with vision, scientific planning, and strong safeguard. It is environmentally responsible, socially inclusive, economically transformative, respectful to local communities, and designed for long-term sustainability. The government remains committed to ensuring that the people of Moronkaneng and all surrounding areas benefit directly and meaningfully from this development. Sir, the honorable member who has initiated, the discussion, had also mentioned about different projects. I have, in my main reply, tried to cover some of them, but I also would like to share that the construction of the Unity Mall and infrastructure is going on in full swing, where 43% of the physical structure has been completed. Similarly, the construction of the new secretariat at New Shillong, I'm happy to inform the House that in a matter of 3 to 4 months' time, we have completed 35% of the structure. We are hopeful that we will be able to complete it as per the scheduled time, which is sometime in the mid of 2027. But of course, we will stick to our commitment and the lines, and we will work towards achieving those goals. Similarly, sir, the other projects also, including the football stadium, is also going on in full swing. And there is a plan to obviously include a large space for a dedicated space for performances, for large public gatherings, for large church or religious gatherings, or any kind of public event that is required. A dedicated location is also being developed in Maukanu, which will be accessible through the express highway and then can have access throughout the rest of the region. And that also is part of this plan. As I mentioned earlier, we have also planned a hotel, and there is also a large plan for large recreational golf courses, as well as plans for having investments in different kind of aspects of film making. So a possibility of exploring the possibility of having a film city out there is also being examined by us. So therefore, all these developments are on the card. Most of them are happening. And as correctly mentioned, sir, that our commitment is there. We are seeing the changes that are taking place. And I'm very hopeful that with the airport also, as you are aware, I just want to share with the House, the tendering process of the airport expansion has already been completed. The airport authority has already allotted the work, and we're just waiting for some minor permissions from some of the departments, mostly forest related, which take their normal time, which should be done very soon. And once the airport, which I've always believed is maybe going to be one of the biggest game changers for us as a state, is also on the cards. So when you put all of these dots together, we're able to see the future and the plan that is going to develop for the state and for the youth as a whole. And we are again reaffirming our commitment to ensuring that the project and the overall development of New Shillong moves ahead at a strong pace. And all the suggestions that have been given by honorable members today, we have noted all of them down. To conclude, I want to mention with our honorable member from Conrad had mentioned about the road connectivity. So there will be multiple connectivities that will be connecting the new Shillong and the current Shillong city. So we are mapping in such a way that people will be able to enter the administrative city and the knowledge city from different sides and not just from one road. So therefore, there are many. Some of them I've mentioned to you. Some of them are in the planning stage. So I will refrain from mentioning them as of now. But we realize that without having a 4-lane connectivity, or as you mentioned, an elevated road connectivity to the Shillong city, new Shillong city, then it would be quite difficult for people to come in there. So therefore, those all are being worked out. and we're in very advanced stage of finalization of some of the very critical ones. And one major one is there, where we expect a direct route that we will get all the way 4-lane connectivity going straight to the new secretariat. So that is on the cards, but I'll refrain from going into details of that because we're still working on it. But we are hopeful that within this calendar year or early part of the next financial year, all those roads should be finalized, and we should be on our way to making, as I said, Shillong City, the new Shillong City, the city that we all desire it to be.